Hey, Blazer Tales. Oh, have I got such a good one for you today? Now, normally I do not do First Chapter Fridays on picture books because picture books don't have chapters. But I had to do a little short reading of this book because I have fallen in love with Mandie. She is actually not a unicorn, she is a horse. But you can go to my book talk to hear more about that. But this one is about these horses. They're actually real horses that live in North Carolina. So I'm going to read just the introduction first. Before we even get to the picture book, I'm just going to read a little bit about these horses. The introduction says the Outer Banks of North Carolina were once considered some of the most isolated and underdeveloped areas of the country. The banks consisted of a string of sand dunes that served to protect the mainland of North Carolina from the Atlantic Ocean, thus making the Outer Banks a perfect place for wild horses. How did the horses get here? Well, no one knows exactly. The Spaniards could have been overtaken by Indians. A Spanish ship could have run aground, causing their livestock to escape. The Spanish could have simply just left them behind when they went back to Florida. One thing we do know, the horses in Carova are of Spanish horse descent. Who watches over these horses? Today, there's a special group of people that watch over these majestic creatures. They're called the Carova Wild Horse Fund. Their mission is to protect, conserve, and responsibly manage the herd of wild colonial Spanish Mustangs and to promote the continued preservation of this land as a permanent sanctuary for the horses. That is so cool. I get chilled from that. And at the end of this book, I'm going to go ahead and jump to the end and show you something real quick. This is really cool. In the end, it shows that you can go take a wild horse adventure tour. This is now currently on my bucket list. I want to go to North Carolina and do this. So I'm just going to read a few pages since this doesn't have chapters, just a few pages. But I will do like this so you can see. One cool spring day on the beaches of Carova, a snow white filly was born. Her name is Mandie. Look at Mandie. She's so cute. But there's a little problem. Mandie wasn't exactly the prettiest horse that anyone has ever seen. Her tail was curly, her mane was snarly, and her coat was downright mangy. Mandie tried so very hard to fit in, but none of the other fillies wanted anything to do with her. So mean, just because of the way she looks. It wasn't because Mandie was bad. It was just because Mandie didn't look like the rest of them. Straight manes and tails with curried coats that glistened in the sun. Mandie often found herself restless and alone. One evening, as Mandie was trotting down the beach, she noticed the strangest thing happening in the water. Mandie carefully trotted to the water's edge. The closer she came, the brighter the waves became, lit up with such amazing iridescent color. It was an algae bloom. Mandie started splashing around as she watched the algae dance across the top of the water. She didn't realize that these colorful algae blooms were sticking to her hair. Oh, that's where I'm going to stop right now. But just know that she dives down deep. She gets a sea snail stuck on her forehead. She doesn't realize that she looks like she's turned into a unicorn. Oh, is that going to make the other horses, the other fillies, love her? Shouldn't matter how we look. Mandie was a great horse. They should have taken her in and not been mean to her. Go to blazertales.com. This book right now is up for a giveaway. So you can win this book. If you're a teacher, you've got to have this to read to your kids. This is such a great thing to teach empathy and how we treat other people. This book has gotten into my heart. I love this book so very much. I also have included a link in the comments to the amazing men and women who help take care of the real live horses in North Carolina. So it's www.carolavwildhorses.org. You can go there and help donate to these people who help take care of these horses. So don't miss Mandie, the Outer Banks Mysterious Unicorn by jdwise. It's an amazing picture book. Thanks, guys. And I'll see you in the next First Chapter Friday.